Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to TSP TV, and in this episode, it's an international ration review. Been a little while since we have done a ration review of any description, but we're going to do an international ration review just to break up between the Canadian IMP reviews that we have been saturating the channel with a little bit lately. So anyway, by popular demand, one person requested in my MRE inventory video that I uploaded just last week, but we had one person, disabled and prepping, who asked to see this particular ration reviewed. So as you requested, disabled and prepping, your wish is my command. We will be reviewing this particular ration today. Now this is a Russian. I'm not sure if it's a military issue or civilian issue. It has a barcode on it which suggests that it might be civilian issue, and it's got a different sticker stuck on the back there that has some English in there. So it's I'm going to tell you what it is. You can read it. I'm finding it a little bit difficult to read that small writing, but it's in beautiful packaging. I do get a little bit excited about packaging and stuff like this, and absolutely fantastic. And we will be able to use this again. Before we open it up, let's have some fun with the Google Translate thing. So we're aiming it at the text. Let's see how this works. So like hiking, dietary treatment, diet toggle, like marching, puff. Well, that's interesting. Toggle, like this, hiking, like outdoor. So yeah, that was quite fun. I've never used the translator before. Let's put it on this. Can't read any of that. But have a look on the back, see if that works. It's kind of funny looking through a phone at a phone. Diet trip, hiking. And that is the items that I think that are inside. Sorry about this. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So okay, you know what, the best thing I think to do is just open this up, and it is a shame to kind of open it because it's so very I don't know. Oh, we can. Oh no, it did rip. That's a shame. I was hoping we could have opened it without damaging. No, let's get the scissors on. Make sure that's a little bit neater, because I am going to save this package for some reason or another. I thought we were going to get it open then without ruining it, but never mind. Let's open it up. That's what you can see from the start. Now this is a 24-hour ration. I am going to try and eat it all in one sitting, or we will kind of break it up into breakfast, lunch and dinner, but we are going to try and eat this all in one go, and this will give me my daily calories in one hit. And supposedly these Russian MREs are full of goodness in superfoods to keep their super troops going in the trenches. Now, as I said, I don't think this is actually a military ration. Those with you with more experience than me may be able to provide some more information. So let's start getting the items out. And let's aim this, see what we've got here. Pea soup. So we've got some pea soup. I'm almost certain there's some jokes to be had there. And the good thing of these, they've got the gusseted bottom, and all you have to do, I believe, is add the water to them. So again, cute little packaging. We've got some pea soup. Pea soup. Poo and pea. What's the next item we've got? Oatmeal porridge with banana. Well, that's going to be delicious. So we've got our oatmeal for breakfast. We've got our pea soup for lunch, it would seem. Sugar. We've got some sugar that fell out by accident there. Oh my goodness, this is what I think it is. I've been looking forward to tasting this for some time. This is apple butter. Is there any writing on the front? Yes, there is. apple jam. Apple jam. So we've got some apple jam and some sugar to go with our bananas. What else do we got? Let's try and get the other silver package. So this, I think, is the dinner entree. Where are we? Sorry about this. Mashed potato with fried onions. Not much of a fan of onions, but mashed potato, that's a filling dish. What's this? I'm guessing is feels like a napkin. Napkin with antiseptic, yes it is. Put that there. I'm guessing that's another one. What's this? I'm guessing that is coffee. It looks like it would be coffee. I can't read that at all. We'll assume that's coffee. We've got some coffee. That's got to be tea. This looks interesting. It's an energy drink tab, 25. Some really cool components here. Now, I think these rations are pretty new. I haven't actually seen that many people review these. We've got some more sugar here, straight out of the bag. 3 sugars. I'm guessing that's going to be a salt or a pepper. Salt and peppers here. That's salt, so I'm guessing that's pepper. Yeah, it says actually, I can see now. We've still got more things in here, folks. Another napkin. I think this might be chocolate. Oh, hey, Epicim. Yeah, I think that's going to be chocolate. We'll find out when we open it. And what else do we got? Some matches, wind-resistant matches. They're cool with the strike. Obviously, we're not going to be using those. Another tea bag. And last but not least, oh, we had something here. What is this? Is it up the right way? Oh, it was the right way up, wrong way. Waste slow. That's not really helping at all. Have no idea what this is. And that's Russian to English. See if we can see on the back. Actually, I can't see shit on the back here. We might need some glasses. Excuse me, I'm doing this off air. That's not helping at all. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure this out off 13-8. I'm really not sure what this is. I'm going to have to put you in pause a second, hold on. Okay, it's a drink that I think may contain apple. That was about the most I could get out of the translator. So we've got an apple drink, and to go with our apple butter, 2 packets of crackers. So that's a pretty decent amount of food or not, and I think these are water purification tablets if I'm not mistaken. Those and the matches we won't be using, but we will put those in to possibly the eBay EDC if there's room. We'll pop those to the side. That's everything, and as I said, it's designed to be a little bit lightweight, unlike the other 24-hour Russian rations I've seen, which are quite large. I actually could go and get one for you to show you the comparison, but I'm not going to. You can just check out the MRE inventory video I made. But it's a very big box. It contains nearly 5,000 calories, and it does weigh quite a lot. And I'm guessing this is, as you see, some guys with backpacks, is for hiking or marching, and it's designed to be lightweight. So you could probably carry a whole bunch of these compared to one of the standard size Russian MREs, which is 24-hour rations, which is a little bit bulky and heavy. That's the words I'm looking for. Sorry, I don't know why I was getting so tongue-tied with that. So anyway, what we will do is break it down into a lunch, breakfast and dinner the best we can, and see how we go. As I did mention, I'm going to try and eat this all in one go, so it's going to be like 3 servings, a 3-course dinner, so to speak. So yeah, I'm going to interested about this little energy drink tab, and quite curious about this, but everything else is pretty explanatory, and I'm pretty interested to try these crackers and the apple jam. So hold on folks, I do have some water that I've already boiled, because I think that's all we need to do to get this stuff up and going. So let's get the first course up and ready. Okay, so this is going to be our breakfast, or our first course. So we've got our apple jam, we have some of the crackers, we're going to try this energy drink tabs orange caramel. That's going to be interesting. 25. I'm guessing that's going to be a huge dose of vitamins and stuff. We've got the coffee, and I believe this is our banana oatmeal. So let's just open this up. Such cool little packages. I don't know if or not we will be saving these little silver bags. Knowing me, I possibly will. Can we get into this? Yeah, I didn't want to spray everything all over the place. So you can see there the inside. Definitely smells of oatmeal. Actually, if you're a kid from England, it smells like ready brek more than oatmeal. If you ever had ready brek as a child growing up in the UK, that's what that smells like exactly. And we've got our little bag of coffee, and it's good to see big boy coffee, not that 3-in-1 shit they put in the Canadian IMPs. Not a fan of that 3-in-1. This looks like, I don't know if you can see in there, I'm trying to give you a little looky look in the packaging. Just looks and smells like instant coffee. So something I also noticed that this didn't come with was a spoon. So we are going to be using a good old Canadian IMP spork for this particular ration. So I guess we just have to add water. Let me get the translator back and see how much water we have to use. Sorry about this, the translator is upside down. I don't know that that would make a difference or not. Good grief, I'm having terrible problems with this thing. We'll just put some water in and guesstimate. So I do have a kettle, as I said, with some boiling water. And I am actually going to put you on pause while I... Actually, you know what? Biscuits. Let's pour some hot water in our coffee. Now I'm going to fill it to the top because there wasn't that much in there. And ow, ow, ow. That is very hot. I'm not sure if that's enough or not enough. Let's try and squish that about a little bit. That does, I can smell that coffee, yeah. So let's just give that a mix, make sure the water gets all the way down to the bottom. And we will just let that stand for a little bit. It's very, very hot. As you can see, you can cook it in the bag. Oh my goodness, just what I licked off the spoon. It tastes very, very good. So let's just leave that there. We will use a sanitary napkin. We probably won't use them all. We'll recycle the one. So I'm a little bit disappointed with the translator experience. I thought that would be a fun thing to put into this video, but maybe I'm going to have to figure it out a little bit better than I have so far. And we pretty much know what's in there. So we've got our coffee while our banana oatmeal is doing its thing. Let's get the tab out. And that is quite the tab. It's almost a shame to ruin this packaging. The napkin, yeah, it's a little bit damp. Has that traditional kind of napkin smell to it for those of you that like the napkins to be reviewed. So let's drop our tab in there. Get rid of some of this trash that we don't need right now. Let's give the coffee a stir. We can give that also a wipe with our napkin. I'm not sure how much water you've got to put in this, but this kind of, I think, is going to be a little bit like an emergency or one of those effervescent kind of vitamin type drinks. So I'm not sure how much we're supposed to put in there. And I'm not sure if that should be fizzing a little bit more than it is or not. So we'll put that at the back and let that do its thing. Next thing to do, let's get these crackers out. You know what, let's use scissors, it's so much easier. Or so you would think. Now, crackers are one of the favourite part of, oh my god, those are some hard, possibly going to break your teeth type things. One actually is broken. I was going to say these are almost indestructible, but one has broken a little bit. But I do look forward to the crackers almost best of all in some of these ration reviews. I'm not sure why. But this, let's give this a squish to make sure it's nice and mixed up, because sometimes it kind of separates a little bit. I don't know if that's the case here. It does so with the peanut butter in the American MREs. So this stuff is supposed to be the bomb. I've seen lots of people who have done Russian reviews say that the apple jam or the apple butter is absolutely amazing. There's a little bit kind of squishing out there. Didn't do a very good job. You know what, let's dunk a cracker in and try it straight away. So there we go. Bon appetit. As suspected, the cracker is very hard, and well, I don't know if I've got enough butter or not. That's pretty interesting, not gonna lie. Not the best way to do it, I'm guessing. Maybe a little bit underwhelmed by that. I was expecting something more. It kind of tastes a little bit like thick applesauce. Yeah, thick applesauce, but with the cracker, that goes pretty well. You know what we're going to do? I was going to get this out on the tray, but what's the drink doing? Not sure if that pill's swallowed or not. But yeah, what we could do is just eat it out of the little package. That's a very cute little package. Indeed, I'm not sure if there is enough inside. The reason I'm not going to get it out on tray, because we will probably get our main course out in a minute. But that's thickened up quite nicely. Let's have a little look what that looks like. Just your average. I don't know what that's hanging off the bottom. Just some. Oh, don't. We had a spillage. Sorry. I shouldn't be scraping it up off the thrift store studio floor, but 5-second rule in all that. Yeah, that tastes just like there's a raisin or something in it there. Tastes just like oatmeal. Can't find the bananas at all. Doesn't taste at all banana-y. Maybe the translator got raisins confused with bananas, because I can certainly see raisins. Let's see what that coffee tastes like. Yeah, that kind of tastes like not really sure what that tastes like. Not necessarily like Nescafe, but it definitely has that twang of instantness to it. But it's not the worst cup of instant coffee I've ever tasted. Maybe a little too much water, but oh my goodness, that was hot. It kind of burnt on its way down. So let's eat a little more of the oatmeal. Not very exciting at all, to be quite honest. As I said, I'm not sure if the translator got it wrong, but there certainly doesn't appear to be any banana type flavour. We've got another spillage. And again, eating off the thrift store floor. But it tastes pretty good. That being said, it's very thick, very hearty, and certainly nice to have it hot, and it will fill you up on a cold day. Is it going to be filling or not? And maybe, you know, we're underestimating this ration, because I look at it and then the serving sizes aren't that big, and the entree, or the main entree, like mashed potato with onions, I can't imagine that to be, I mean, mashed potato are filling, but there's no like real meat or anything. So that's pretty much all of it. Just a little scraping on the side. Yeah, not bad at all. And we're going to save the wrapper. Let's consider it a little bit more. So again, cleaning up. Let's give our orange drink a little bit of a stir. I think everything has dissolved. Oh yeah, that definitely tastes like the emergency. You can taste the vitamins in there. But that's good, no? Dose of vitamins isn't going to hurt. A little bit like Tang, I guess. My goodness, it's fizzy. I guess that's the effervescent in it. That's actually pretty good. Pretty good indeed. So let's have a couple more crackers for breakfast. That oatmeal is becoming a little bit filling. But as I said, like, I don't think pea soup is going to be particularly filling. And mashed potatoes, but we'll see. Let's see. These crackers sometimes do expand in your belly. I gotta say, for all the good thing I've heard about this apple butter, I'm a little bit disappointed, unless this is something different altogether. This did say apple jam, but most people refer to it as apple butter. And I mean, yeah, you can kind of see what it looks like up close. And put a good smidgen on there. Can probably mix it around a bit. But I guess I didn't really know what to expect with this. As I say, it's not very dissimilar to applesauce. And you can hear just how hard those crackers are. And to be honest, the crackers not much you can say about them. There's no kind of real sort of standout flavour to them. Nothing I can compare them to. I mean, it kind of looks a little bit like a saltine there, but it's obviously a lot thicker and denser. And again, doesn't look that dissimilar to a standard US MRE cracker, only smaller. But not much to write home about on those. There you go, baby P. There's the first burp of the day. So let's finish up our beverage in this. What we might do is save one packet of crackers and make do with those for our double course lunch dinner entree, because that's what I'm going to do. Rather than separate it, we'll just put the mashed potato and the peas together and eat everything that we have left in this ration as one big meal rather than separating it. But certainly for breakfast, that's actually really, really nice. There's almost a taste of peach in there as well. But it was orange caramel, remember, so interesting flavour. And the coffee, it tastes a little bit burnt and stale, kind of the sort of thing you might find in a truck stop or canteen at the end of the day. But as I said, in the morning with your oatmeal and your crackers and your apple jam, that might not be such a bad thing, and it'll probably give you a little bit of a caffeine kick. So we've got some tea left to drink in our mystery apple beverage base. We think it's an apple beverage base. Our pea soup and our mashed potatoes and onions to complete this ration. So I'm going to put you on pause while I finish up the coffee and the effervescent beverage isotonic type thing. There we are, 2 burps in already for those of you who like the MRE burps. So yeah, we'll put you on pause and then we'll come back with the rest of the items. Okay, we are back with the main course. So that was breakfast was going to be the appetizer, so to speak, and this is going to be the main course rather than break it into 3 individual meals, because we've only got pea soup and crackers for lunch and mashed potatoes for our supper. So you know what, let's say we skip lunch and just double up with this for one meal. We've got our weird apple beverage. You know what, let's start off with this, the weird apple beverage. We think it's an apple beverage, so we will find out momentarily what this is. Let's get this open. It's very green. Oh my goodness, can you see that? It almost looks like something Walter White would have made, if only it was yellow and not blue. Smells weird. Doesn't smell like any apple thing at the minute, but we will find out. Oh, good God, do you hear that rocks? Definitely looks like something you might need to put in a glass pipe and twist from 2 to 10 before you enjoyed this. But we're going to find out exactly what it is with the addition of some water. And almost immediately I can feel the oatmeal expand in my belly. So maybe, again, this was something rather larger than we thought. Trying to eat this all in one go. But he who dares wins, as they say. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I'm not sure the calorie count for everything that was in this ration. And the only thing we're probably not going to be eating is 1 packet of crackers and 1 packet of tea. Probably not even the sugar. There's some pretty big bags of sugar. We could have poured some in my oatmeal thinking about it, but it didn't really need it. It was quite pleasant without. So I don't know if you can see that. It looks very yellowy. Yeah, I guess there's a hint of apple, but certainly isn't jumping out and slapping you in the face with artificial appleness. I'm not sure if that's going to be too precarious there. Let's get I'm presuming this is a tea bag. Or is this? It feels like a tea bag. Let's open this up. It is a tea bag. Let's get our tea in this the cup. So pretty sure that's going to be a dark tea, not a green tea. I can't remember which was which, so we'll just open up and see if we can see what they look like on the inside. I'm guessing that smells, I don't really know, that could be the pea soup, that could be the mashed potato. I actually think this is the pea soup because it's a little bit smaller. And we're going to actually eat them out of their little packages rather than get it out on the tray and save a little bit on the washing up. Although there is a chance I might be washing out these bags to save for some reason. Well, if that's the pea soup, it's got lumps and carrots in it. And what looks like lentils. So that is going to be a little bit interesting to see how they turn out. So we've got our hot water. Let me do this, the other side. So I put some water in the soup. Let's seal that up. And we're going to do the same with the mashed potato and fried onions. And it's okay, those onions kind of look like the French's onions that you kind of... Oh, that's rehydrating straight away. We are going to need a little bit more water in there, the top. Oh, that smells very... kind of like the ramen seasoning. I think we're going to need to get a little bit more water in there. Just to make sure everything is perfectly hydrated. Let me just pop you on pause. Okay, so I think we're going to have to give this a little bit of a mush around to get the powder from the bottom. I mean, most of it's hydrated, but there's a lot of stuff still in the bottom here that didn't get the liquid, which I think we're getting to most of it now. So I mean, it doesn't look like an awful lot of mashed potatoes, to be quite honest with you. There, you can hear at the bottom where it's crunchy still. So it's very hot. The packaging's burning my fingers. So just making sure we get as much of it hydrated as we possibly can, because we don't want to get down to the bottom and find if we got nothing but powder. So this is probably where you could have done with a little bit of larger packaging. It does taste like mashed potato. No, there's still lumpy bits of powder at the very bottom there. Let me go and put you on pause. I think that did the trick. I think adding a little bit more water, just getting it down into the bottom, that was the trouble. It didn't get much chance soaking through. So we haven't really done anything with that. Just give it a shake. And again, this is very hot. Look at that. It's upside down, nothing's leaking. So good job on the sealing bags. That would have been great if it had spilt all over the thrift store studio and burnt my hands. So we did also add the water to the tea. It tastes just like tea. And for dessert, you know what, let's open that after our main course. There was a little breakfast burp that squeezed out before we dived into our main, so I don't know if we should open this and see what this looks like inside. So that's what the pea soup looks like. Nothing like I expected. I was expecting some green stuff. Now, you could possibly, if you wanted to, as I said, I didn't really want to make washing up by getting the that there it is. Look, that's the mashed potato, and actually that's very good mashed potato. It tastes a little bit buttery. Tastes very, very, very smooth, almost as though it had just been kind of freshly mashed. And it kind of tastes like it's got ramen seasoning in it. And I said, I'm not really a fan of onion. In fact, onions are something I quite detest, especially in their raw form. But for some reason, those little Frenchy onions are quite nice, especially in a ramen or in a hamburger or something. And they actually aren't that overpowering in this particular mashed potato. Now, something I was going to suggest was that I could have dumped this out onto the tray and poured the pea soup over it as like a gravy type thing. But I figured, you know what, let's just enjoy them as they are. Now, there's not an overly large amount of mashed potato here, but it is strangely satisfying. And considering I actually was looking forward to the banana oatmeal more than this, maybe because of the fried onions, it kind of gave me a little bit of an alarm bell. But this is actually nice. There's almost a little sweetness to it also. I was going to add some of the salt and pepper, but I'm not going to. And this is very, very, very good. Very good indeed. Like I say, look at that. It looks just like a... God, if there was more, I could have done the close encounters thing and made a mountain. And said, this means something. This is important. So, there's a couple of spoonfuls of that left. You can put that to the side. Let's try and eat the soup out of the bag. I'm going to do this off camera because I think it's actually quite thick. And you can definitely see there, I don't know if you can look, it looks like there is some form of meat. I'm going to guess that's beef, or it looks like lentils, and little pieces of carrot. Ooh. Yeah, there is a big chunk. Look, there's a huge chunk of meat there. Maybe putting this on top of the mashed potato wouldn't have been such a bad idea. Now, this is very, like, that don't look like any pea soup I ever seen. I was expecting, as I said, something to be very green and thin. But there are definitely good chunks of meat in there. Lentils and carrots. Something a little bit crunchy there. Not sure if that's because it hasn't rehydrated properly. Maybe. I'm trying to think what... It's a very, very thin broth. Oh, don't know what that is hanging off there. Well, that was a bit weird, whatever was crunchy. I'm not entirely sure what it was. But can you see that there? It's a nice close-up for you in high definition. That is a little bit weird. I'm not sure at all. Again, you kind of got like that instant soupy kind of instant broth kind of flavour to it. I don't know if we added too much or not enough water. Maybe that might have been our problem. It's not unpleasant. It's not exactly pleasant either. I guess in an emergency. This would be quite good. Actually, it's growing on me. I mean, not to the extent that I just want to get a case of it. Let's try some more of the appley drink. It's not unpleasant at all. Nothing like apple. Nothing like apple at all. Oh dear, that is a burp. So I think what I'm going to do, just because of the time issue, put you on pause, finish my mashed potatoes and pea soup, then we'll come back, do the chocolate, the crackers and the tea. So see you in a few. Okay, so those are both finished. As you can see, there's only scrapings on the side. Pea soup, very, very surprised with that actually. Not sure if I liked it or not. I certainly had a lot more going on in there than I anticipated. There was some meat, definitely some lentils. And if we could work out the translator thing better, hang on a second. That kind of was a burp that didn't come out. It's a little bit trapped and there was a little, oh goodness. You know, when you kind of get that burp that you fear there might be a little bit of, okay. Yeah, maybe there was. Sorry, I was just about to say, you know, sometimes you get that burp where you think there's going to be a little bit of regurgitative liquid that creeps up the back of the throat. That's what I was in danger of. But the mashed potato, again, I was very surprised with, to be honest with you. Wasn't necessarily jumping for joy to find out it was mashed potato with fried onions, but couldn't really taste the onions that much. They were very much like the little French's onions that you might put on your green bean casserole on Thanksgiving. But very enjoyable, and as I say, combined the two together worked very well. And I think, you know, if I had this ration again, which is unlikely, I don't think I would go out of my way to buy another one of these. I've tried it once, it was very enjoyable. The packaging for me is extremely cool. Let's just see, you know, you got 3 meals in there. It was very lightweight and quite compact. Would this keep you going for an entire day? Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. It's certainly better than having nothing to eat for a day. Would I spend money on it again and think it's a good item to have in terms of emergency? Probably not. I mean, if you are someone who likes to go hiking and what have you, or camping, I think it'd be a good thing to put in your backpack. In terms of a survival item, I think it's a little bit expensive for what you do get. As I said, they're very, very small packages. Unlike the last 24-hour ration that I did try to eat in one sitting, that I did struggle with and took me nearly 2 hours in total, actually longer than 2 hours in total, and we did lose part of that video. Unfortunately, the third and final course of that meal was lost. But unlike that meal that I did struggle with, I'm not at all struggling with a tear. And, you know, actually, was this a 24-hour ration, or was this just one very filling meal? I would probably say it's better to have this as one filling meal as a terms to maybe have to have this as your whole day's food. But as I said, in terms of going camping or hiking or backpacking, I think it's great. Possibly this could be a little bit gimmicky and maybe one of those items that is cashing in on the kind of prepper stroke ration tactical type craze, you know, the Walking Dead type of prepper fans. That maybe these are things that are a little bit more novelty. As I said, I don't think it's military issue. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it does have some kind of seal or insignia on there. And as I said, if that was enough to really sustain a soldier for 24 hours, I'm not really sure. We do got some of the crackers and jam to finish off. There was a little under the breath, and I did do a couple off air actually. So struggling a little bit to get some of this onto the cracker. They're as hard as they were in the first course. Yeah, there was another burp in between chews there. So it certainly is a burp inducing ration, to say the least. Extreme cracker close up. You can see there the apple jam. But you've already seen me eat those. Sorry for speaking with my mouth full. They take some chewing. I'm not sure if I put too much water in with this, but it's a very subtle flavour, not overpowering like some of the Canadian beverage base mix. So the chocolate dessert, it's a very little bar of chocolate there. I mean, I presume it's chocolate. Not even sure what that says on the side there. Why am I struggling to open this? There we go. It looks like it's a dark chocolate, as they tend to be, and that's absolutely immaculate. Sorry, a bit of cracker stuck in the throat. Look at that. That's probably the nicest piece of chocolate I've seen come out of a ration whatsoever. There's absolutely no blooming at all. I'm not sure if you can get a nice close-up there so you can see. I'm not sure what that says on there. Nice snap. Look how smooth it looks, almost like very good quality hashish. But it isn't. It's chocolate, so... Oh my goodness. Almost instantly melts and crumbles. Absolutely delicious. Wow. I mean, I'm guessing this is a very, very fresh ration. Unlike the Norwegian ration I reviewed last time, that was a year past its best. This one is only a few months old. Probably the freshest ration I've ever reviewed. And I haven't reviewed that many. Well, I guess I have. But this is some very good chocolate. Not too dark, not too sweet, not too bitter. Just very, very... I mean, it's got a solidness, but once you get it in your mouth, look, there's almost like a little... You kind of see, like the center. Yeah, that's pretty much the standout of the ration. Well, it certainly would be very, very nice and comforting in an emergency, or if you're on a hike. So, I mean, as I say, these are advertised as Russian marching rations. Maybe they are based, civilian versions of a military ration. I do not know. I think I've seen this brand of chocolate, and certainly this brand of tea, in other Russian reviews, and I've certainly seen the apple jam. Although the crackers look a little bit... is that an anomaly? That looks like a face, you see? Or a skull. There's like the mouth, nose, and the eye. Can you see the skull? There is a skull. Tell me you can't see a skull in the cracker. Let's just watch. That chocolate was fantastic. Well, still kind of got a little bit melting on my tongue. And I don't normally enjoy dark chocolate, but I mean, I do enjoy dark chocolate, but I don't go out of my way for it. But some of them I can find very bitter and almost just like a disappointing chocolate experience. But that, goodness, I'm almost going to say that was better than the Swiss Army chocolate that I tried, courtesy of Safari Man 1. He sent me some crackers and Swiss chocolate to try. You may have seen that video. If not, check it out. My military cracker review. But he did send me some Swiss chocolate, which had some kind of crisps, oatmeal or mouldy crisp pieces in there. But this, wow, in there was a good burp. This just to be descriptive, it had a kind of a hint of chocolate with the kind of combined ramen seasoning flavor that you sometimes get, the aftertaste. So the tea is a nice accompaniment to the chocolate, balances out the sweetness, and it wasn't overly sweet, but it complements the tea. And I haven't added any sugar to the tea. It's actually a really nice cup of tea. Now I'll tell you what I am going to do. Look at that fit. My goodness, this is nearly an hour long. Should we try? Yeah, you know what? I will. Sorry, I'm talking to you as though it's live. It's been a while since I have done a live feed on TSP TV. Maybe we'll get around to doing one next week. And I was beginning to start talking to the viewers that are not there. But I was thinking to myself, maybe I'll try and keep this going up to an hour, give you an hour-long special, because you have been a little bit starved of TSP content in the last few weeks, those of you that do tend to look forward to this. But what I'm going to do, if you want to try the Russian crackers and a Russian cup of tea, you can put them together, a little bit like Safari Man 1 sent me a little cracker and chocolate gift pack. I'm going to send you a Russian marching cracker, Russian marching ration cracker, and a tea so you can enjoy it. And you know what? I'm going to give you some sugar as well. So there's a little giveaway. If anyone of you that is watching would like to try this, I'll send it out to you. I'll probably throw a couple of other little tiny items, TSP type items in there for you as well. But you're going to get a Russian sugar, a Russian tea, and some Russian crackers to try. Let me know in the comments below why you would like to try it. Or just leave a really good comment, and the best comment will get to win it. And then you'll have to email me your details and such forth for me to send this out. But there you go. That is up for grabs as a giveaway. There's another burp. I'm sure there is some regurgitation in the pipes waiting to happen. So did we finish the tea? Not quite. Let's make sure we do. And I'm trying not to gulp it too much. You know what else you're going to get? You can get a napkin. In fact, you can get both napkins. So that is the giveaway there, look. Things that I didn't use in this ration. 2 Russian disposable napkins, some Russian crackers, Russian tea, and a packet of Russian sugar. And you can try those yourself. So leave a comment below. I'm actually going to keep the salt and pepper for myself and the matches in the other sugar packages. If or not I wash these out and save them as little souvenirs remains to be seen. Don't need to concern yourself with that. Let's see how much more of the apple butter we can get out on these crackers. See if I can finish these. Actually, let's not use the spoon. Let's do this way. Kind of roll it. They see me rolling. Try and do it that way. You know what I'm trying to do. So there's a bit for that one. There's some for that one. There's probably enough there to go on all 6 of the crackers. And if there was 2 of these apple butters, I'd have put it into the giveaway with you to try. But as there aren't, I mean, you could really try and, you know, if you were one of those penny pinching types, you could really scrape that for the remainder of the apple jam. So let's put our cracker chocolate there. Sorry, I'm going to put all the packaging in the tray. So we didn't get the tray that dirty, although it probably will need a little bit of a wipe down afterwards. I am actually pretty full up now, I'm not going to lie, and the burps are coming thick and fast. There was a couple in that last sentence alone. So you do realise by now I am trying to kill time to make this up to an hour. We've got 5 minutes to kill, so we can use our cracker to spread evenly the remaining apple jam on our remaining crackers. Actually looks quite nice and neat, a little bit therapeutic. Might even give some of you some ASMR. And what we've also done is passed on some cracker jam, that's a good word, some cracker jam, apple jam, sorry I said it twice, apple jam onto this cracker that was a little bit short of. I got a feeling this could be cracker suicide. That's a good little squid, did you see that? So we're going to try and make ourselves, oh, it's coming out at all sides, except that side, which is good. Sorry, I was just looking off the sides, and I'm pretty sure some of you are having titillation at those last few comments, so this could possibly be a disaster. 2 crackers stacked on top of each other could break teeth and could be a potential choking hazard. Look at that, doesn't it look nice close up? I'm just try and imagine the 2001 Space Odyssey music as I turn it. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, didn't sound at all like it, but you get the impression. So I'm going to try and eat this. Oh good God, it kind of stuck in between my roof of my mouth and the cheeks. Holy shit, that was not a good idea. But we want to see it through to the end, with the exception of what we're putting in the giveaway corner, which is there, look, remember? Leave a comment below, or go out of your way to tell me as to why you would like to try the tea and the crackers. And you could be the lucky winner. Fingers are getting a little bit sticky here. Let's try and wash it down with some of the green drink. Hold on. Okay, so I put you on pause while I finish the last of the cracker, because I realised we were cutting it fine if I was going to eat the whole cracker and keep this in to the 60-minute mark. So there's the Canadian IMP spork rather, that we use to eat our Russian, let's put the bag in the background there, our Russian marching ration, 24-hour ration I should add. So we ate it all in one go. It took me a little bit longer than an hour to eat, a little less for you viewers, but it was pretty enjoyable. It was certainly something of an experience. The different packaging I thought was very cool, and it is a very, very new and modern type of ration, so maybe this might be a little bit more of things to come. A little short of breath there. Eating an entire 24-hour ration in one sitting is quite the effort, especially if you're an unfit, out of shape 50-year-old, almost 50-year-old I should hasten to add. So all that's left is that little mouthful of green drink, which looked like crack in its powdered form. And now a little bit of crystallization left in the bottom. So don't forget, you want to try the tea and the crackers and the napkins and some sugar from Russia. Leave a comment below. This was my 24-hour Russian marching ration review. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. As I said, this was a very enjoyable ration to review. Was it enough food for 24 hours? Possibly not. I think you might be a little bit hungry if this was all you had, but nonetheless, glad I tried it. Thanks for watching, guys. This is a shit video production for TSP TV.